Good evening, Crusader parents. Welcome to our second PTM of the school year. We have successfully completed our first 9 weeks, our first quarter of the year. So glad that you're here as part of our Rainbow family as we partner together for the very best for these students. So I just have a couple things I want to go over tonight before you hear from your teachers. First, you guys got a calendar, which was the first in over a year. So we are slowly implementing, putting back in activities. So super excited about that. Our first activity was our school spelling bee. So we took 4 reps from each class to our regional competition at Florida Christian a couple weeks ago. And we had about 9 that placed in the top 10. And then we had 4 students that made it to the top 4 in our region. And those students will be going to the, I'm sorry if I said 4, it's 3 that made it to the top 4 in our region. And they will be going to Inverness Christian Academy this Friday and competing in the state competition. So those students, we want to give a big shout out, congratulations to, and that is Naomi Munoz in 2nd grade. She placed 4th in our region. We have a 6th grader, Abigail Rivera, that placed 1st place in our region. And we have an 8th grader that also placed 1st in our entire region, and that is Brian Fernandez. So they will be traveling to Inverness this week to compete in our state spelling bee. Congratulations, you guys. Good job. Again, on our calendar, this was emailed out to you. Hopefully you all have it. It's on Praxis as a resource. If not, you can print it out. But we started after school programs this last week. We started Zumba on Tuesday afternoons, and we started something called the Makers Club, which is it's more of a STEM project club where the students are able to build things and work with their hands. And actually that class is full. So we had the maximum amount of participants. So if you missed out for this session, that will be available again starting in January. So watch out for that. Also coming in January, we will have our art club back in aftercare also. And so that is something that you'll want to watch out for. Paperwork coming out to sign up for those after school activities. Congratulations, volleyball team. Our co-ed won 2nd place in our conference among the schools that we play with. Today is Tuesday, and that happened last Thursday. So congratulations, co-ed volleyball team. Our JV and our varsity also did a fantastic job, made it to the finals. And so super proud of all of you guys. Our soccer team is going to be starting to play in just the next couple weeks. So watch for those schedules. We also have starting on the 16th is our very first chapel. And our chapel is going to be students only for right now. But we are planning on and anticipating inviting the parents to come back and join us for chapels probably after the first of the year. So we'll let you know when that will be open. But our first chapel together will be on the 16th of November. We are asking, since we're meeting as a group, that all students, whether you have opted out of mask or not, that all students have a mask for chapels. So please just put a mask in your child's backpack for those times when they're gathered together in groups that are outside of their classroom or just large groups. We would really appreciate that. We have coming up our vegetable stew luncheon. Again, reinstating some activities. We have the grandparents from K4 and K5 that will be coming on campus the day before Thanksgiving. That would be Tuesday, November 23rd. And they will be joining the K4, K5 students for a lunch. All of our elementary, middle school, preschool will be making their stew. So there's sign-up sheets for vegetables if you bring those as we just celebrate God's bounty and our harvest. So we'll be making that stew together and then enjoying a stew luncheon on November the 23rd, Tuesday, which is the day before our Thanksgiving break. That is an optional dismissal day, so you may pick your children up at 1:30. But if they're enrolled in aftercare, they have the option to stay, but classes will be over at 1:30 on November 23rd. Also coming up in about a month, we will have a full Christmas party luncheon on December the 17th. Also, that will be an early dismissal also. You did get a yearly calendar, look like this. And I just want to point out some of the big mass gatherings we are still not going to have this year. So we will not be having our annual Thanksgiving feast. Not sure if we're going to have a carnival later on in the year or not. We'll let you know. But the big gatherings, we're still going to hold off. We're taking everything just in increments, implementing certain things, testing them, and then moving on to the next steps. So taking it slow, we just want to be really cautious and make sure that everybody is healthy and safe. We are planning on our PTM Science Fair that will take place the end of January 25th. We are planning for that to be in person so that you can come and learn about next year's class. That will be registration time, and you're going to want to make sure you have your registration in right on time. This year we had significant waiting list for our classes as Christian education has expanded in our state. And so we're very, very thankful for that and the opportunity that we have to not only teach amazing academics, but first and foremost to teach about God. And the reason that we are, that we're here is to minister and to be fishers of men and to teach other people about Christ's love. And so we're able to do that in all of our classes from not only Bible, but through our math and our history, our science, out on the PE field and out on the playground, and every opportunity that we have, we're able to instill just solid academic and solid moral character training. So we just thank you that you are in partnership with us with that. Many of you have asked questions about uniforms and t-shirts. We are working on it. It is very difficult, as you all know, when you see shelves at grocery stores and you go to buy different things. There is definitely a shortage of material. And the t-shirt company assures us that t-shirts should be in soon, the Friday t-shirts. Uniforms, the little blue dresses possibly will not be in for this school year, but they are replenishing their shelves. So call the uniform store, on a weekly basis and check if you still need uniforms because they are getting supply in. Also, your jackets, we're coming up to cooler weather. Please make sure that you have your handbook page handy, and this talks about the uniform for cooler weather. Girls, you need to have white long sleeve shirts underneath your uniforms and white or navy tights. And then any solid navy blue jacket that comes from the uniform store with the logo, with the embroidery is good. So it doesn't have to be the specific one from Iberly, but it does have to be any of the blue jackets that Iberly carries, and then they will embroider or put the patch. So the jacket must come from the uniform store. Boys also need to have white long sleeve under their shirts for colder weather. So we're not going to allow all the different colors, but they do need to be white under girls and boys. So I would just like to share with you in my closing, just going back over our mission statement and our philosophy, the reason that you're here, the reason that you have your child here. And then I'm going to turn it over to Miss Montesano, and she's going to talk to you very briefly about our shoe boxes, our Samaritan's Purse shoe boxes, that you all will have the opportunity to fill and participate in giving back to others. So let me just close my portion by reading to you the philosophy that is also in your handbook. and why, again, you have your child here. It says, we believe that every child can be successful if given the appropriate foundations and tools. By forming a partnership between the home and Christ-centered educators, academic training, solid development, and God-given talents will be developed. We are not an institution of reform, but we primarily believe that it's better to build a child than repair a man. We strive to be a school where Christ is honored and children are loved. It is the goal of Children's Rainbow Day School, Rainbow Christian Academy, to be an instrument designed by God to bring souls to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ. This time I'm going to turn it over to Mrs. Montesano, and she's going to talk to you about Samaritan's Purse. Have a wonderful rest of your PTO.
Hello, good evening. I'd like to share an opportunity with you, an opportunity to share the love of Jesus to unfortunate boys and girls around the world. We have the opportunity as a school to pack some gifts for them. This is Operation Christmas Child. It's a project of Samaritan's Purse, which we like to participate in every year. Last year we did not have the opportunity, but this year we like to make up for that. In this event, we ask parents to, work with their child to put together a gift. It looks just like this. That's a gift that's for a child who is affected by war, a child affected by poverty, natural disaster in remote and hard to reach places around the world. In this box, you can see a few of the goodies that we're going to include in there. As this is an opportunity for us to share the love of Jesus, I'd like you to make that commitment. If you're able to make that commitment, let's talk about how you can participate. First, you'll need to pick up a shoebox. We have some available here in the office, but you can also use one from your house. All you need to do is wrap it in Christmas paper, or you can buy a reusable plastic shoebox. And those are actually very good because then the child can use it for other purposes. After you pick up your box, I need you to think about which age group you'd like to pick out a gift for. First, pick out if it's a boy or girl, and then think, do I want to pick out a gift for a 2 to 4-year-old, a 5 to 9-year-old, or a 10 to 14-year-old? After you pick out an age group, I want you to take your box straight to the store. I did that way as well. Take it straight to the store and start filling it. First thing you'll need is a wow item. And we have a list of suggestions right here at the office. We also are sending you an email with a list of suggestions there as well per age group so that you have an idea of what is allowed. There are a few things that are not allowed. We cannot have gum, liquids, creams, any war-related items, military toys, glass, lip gloss, toothpaste, knives, seeds, drink mixes, any kind of food or chocolate, candy, aerosol cans, or any damaged or used goods. So they're very specific about those, but I know that there's plenty of choices for you. After you go ahead and purchase your items, I want you to think about filling out one of these forms. Each box that you pick up from the office will have a form like this. I can also send that link to you. You'll see my email coming from Ms. T. Ward, and it has my email address. So in this link, it allows you to have the opportunity to keep up with communication with the child that's receiving your box. There's a place for you to include your address if you're very comfortable doing that. You don't have to. It's not necessary. This is all voluntary, by the way. After that, I want you to make sure that you pray. Pray for all the volunteers, the local church leaders that are involved in this project, and also especially for the child who's receiving it, for them to learn about Jesus and to be saved. After you do that, we have to send the box, and it's a $9 shipping fee. If you pay for that online, you have the opportunity to track your box and find out where in the world your box went. So if you pay online, that's good. You'll know where your box is going, but you can also pay by adding cash to a little envelope that I have here in the office. Also, the boxes that you'll pick up will have this envelope. All you need to do is put your information on the front, and then you put your cash in here, and you can seal it. Rip off this part and seal it. That is for the shipping cost for it to travel basically anywhere in the world. It goes to the processing plant here in the United States, in North Carolina. where they go through the boxes and make sure everything is correct, that they're able to ship it. And then they pay for the airplanes, pay for the boats, whatever it takes to get them out to these remote places. We have 1 week starting tomorrow to pack these shoe boxes. So from Wednesday to Wednesday this week, and to next week, Wednesday, November 17th, we have this week just to be able to pack this box. So please make that commitment if you're able to. There's other opportunities to help in other ways if you're not able to fill out a box yourself. But I hope that you can. If you have any questions, you can email me at mmontesano, mmontesano at rcacrusaders.com. Thank you for your time. Have a good evening and have a good PTM.
Okay, now